You like to suck big dicks?
You are such a dick.
You're a dick.
Brenda?
Allegedly. These guys. Allegedly. Like,
What? Too many dicks.
that's why this is going to be a two-parter. Buckle up.
We need to spread the dicks out a little bit. There's too many dicks.
You sure look like a dick to me.
You like to suck big dicks?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Not the Lab. I am the J. Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
Oh, and you know what that means.
It's-
Jeremy Fuckface.
It's time for Dick of the Week. We promised this guy in the first segment, but we didn't get to him, but he's just as well to be folded in with the dicks.
That's why it's a two-parter.
We found a bag of dicks. Large bag of dicks.
And starting with you, this guy started this company called Jeremy's Razors.
Yeah.
And because I don't know, as far as I know, the AI thinks I'm a 15-year-old anime fan, possibly a girl, but
Mhm.
also that I'm like a full-on right-wing fucking nut job because I'm looking up things like Ben Shapiro. We'll get to him in a minute.
I think Ben Shapiro is what led you to this guy.
Yeah, this is the
Harder, you guys get less and less access to the executives. And one of the mistakes that we made is we stopped having them for a long period of time. We've made a commitment that we're going to do these more and more. And in fact, you'll all recall that we did one quite recently. So why are we doing another one so soon? Well, the answer is we realized that we made a real mistake in not streaming this out to the public.
Okay, so this guy, Jeremy Fuckface, is with the Daily Wire, which is a right-wing,
super, like
a
Epoch
super right-wing news.
This man
source.
calls himself a God King, and he walks around wearing this key around his neck. You notice that?
I
He has
saw
this
that there.
fucking
Does he
key.
wear it in the commercial?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so we don't have video, but you're gonna hear this commercial.
So we'll describe it to you. So there's a parking spot that says God King,
And there's a crown. Yeah.
and
and
this
he
guy's driving like a fucking Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something. He almost runs this guy over.
gets out of the car.
He parks sideways too.
Yeah.
Do you remember
takes
when
up
there
a
were
bunch
two
of
genders
spaces.
And only 1.5 of them had to shave their mustaches? Oh, hi. I'm Jeremy Boring, CEO and God King of the Daily Wire. Harry's Razors used to advertise on our shows. They're a great product.
That's not
and we were happy to do it.
megalomaniacal.
That's before some peon who works for me went and said that boys are boys and girls are girls. And that was just too much for Harry's.
Now this is the most misogynistic fucking commercial.
Yeah, he's
I've
got
ever-
this group of.
He's flanked by these yes people.
Yeah, he's flanked by a woman in a sexy red dress that's cut all the way down to here. And then there's a librarian, a short, sort of Velma looking woman in a, dressed like a librarian. And then there's a couple of Mormon looking guys looking down in books. And they're all just following him around. Like
So,
they're his
Jeremy
entourage.
Fuckface is the CEO of the Daily Wire.
Is he?
Yeah. He owns the
Okay.
Daily
He's
Wire.
not just a contributor. He's
No, so he's
It's his
like,
paper.
okay, well, Harry's Razors pulled their ads from the Daily Wire
And he's
because
pissed.
because he's a misogynistic piece of shit, right?
right. He doesn't represent
He
well.
hates trans people and whatnot. Remember when only 1.5? Remember when there was only 2 genders and only 1.5 of them had to shave their mustaches?
The
Very-
rest of us have to
I
bleach
thought this
them.
was a fucking joke. This man is the owner of
I said, everything he says is completely despicable, but I
I laughed
give
at it.
him points for cleverness
I
in this
laughed at
ad.
him. I thought it was a fucking joke. Hey, enough that.
I've said before that conservatives kind of miss the mark when it comes to humor. And I don't know if this guy is intentionally being funny.
Yeah, he made it look just like that. Remember the original like Dollar Shave Club and
Yeah.
Harry's Razors, like
Yeah.
the funny ass commercials.
It's brilliant. And
so
he
he just took that and ran with it because he's not inventive.
might not realize just how funny he is.
Yeah, but he used this humor in this platform to basically fucking shout out that he is phobic. This commercial is phobic.
He's fucking hateful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy fuckface.
Our views. Views held by millions of Americans and virtually every human who's walked the planet until about 15 minutes ago as inexcusable. And they dropped their ads from our network because of what they called values misalignment. You're damn right our values are misaligned. And it's not just Harry's
He's got
either.
like a bourbon.
Gillette razors used to be the
That's
best
the
a man
clinking.
could get. Then they decided that men are too toxic. Unless you're the kind of man who teaches his daughter to shave her beard. If that makes sense to you, keep buying Gillette.
There's a little girl with shaving cream
Yeah.
on her face who's shaving, and she's got, what is that?
In the book.
Yeah. Something.
Johnny
Johnny the
Johnny the
Walrus.
Walrus.
Okay.
This guy is,
But if you've had enough of the woke bullshit and you're tired of paying companies like Harry's and Gillette to hate you,
Okay.
he's got a flamethrower. He's got a boring.
And his
Flamethrower.
entourage just scattered and screamed.
And
That's
while
what that
this like
was.
definitely dominatrix chick, who's like a foot taller than him,
is just standing there.
hands him the flamethrower.
Yeah.
This. He actually fucking burned. Like,
Oh, she's
they-
also topless under her
Yeah,
blazer.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all because that's how women dress in the work
Right.
environment.
Right.
He burned his fucking employees back there, right? Or it looks like he made like.
Yeah.
Well,
burned
they're
his-
peons. Who cares, right?
One of my peons, he said, "Yeah, shut up and shave."
behold Jeremy's razors. Yes, they're real. Yes, they're fabulous. But Jeremy, you say, you're a stealth silver fox with a salt and pepper beard that's the envy of lesser men.
I don't think so.
You're damn right I am.
That is like he's emphasizing toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. He's like, come at me, bro. I'm
yeah.
toxic.
Dude, I would take him
masculinity.
down so fast.
Oh, I know.
Put
You
him
could
down.
take him down with your left
And
hand.
according to him and people like him, his ilk, they're down with that. I should just roll up there with my fucking silver fox beard and just punch the fucking shit out of him. That's what he believes, right? And then take his fucking
and
wallet,
then Spencer Smith would be like,
piss on him, right? And
"Oh."
then just pee on him. And just be like, dude, you're my beta, bitch.
bitch.
Get the fuck up, clean yourself up, and get back to work. You
Hey,
fucking slut.
Spencer Smith would pay you.
He jizzed in
Would
his
he
pants.
would jizz in his pants and pay you 4 digits?
Yeah, and that's just it. Number one, this fucker is. This is just misogyny and
Transphobia,
transphobia,
homophobia,
all
and
just rolled into a fucking commercial. And then he felt so strongly about it that he started a competitive razor company with Harry's because they pulled his fucking.
and
they
I,
pulled their
you
bad
know,
money.
I'm impressed. There's this objective.
I don't fucking shave. I'm getting a Harry's membership tomorrow.
This, despite everything he says, there's a part of me that looks at this and says, "This is good.
Yeah, I'm buying a fucking Harry's
This
razor.
this guy
tomorrow.
knows how to market himself."
Yeah, and but it's not going to age well.
No, it's not.
Going to look like that fucking commercial that we played where the dude blew up the chick who wanted to have sex with him. Remember that?
I remember
that? He was like, "Hey, baby, so you want to have sex? You want to have sex?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then he cuffs her to this pole, and he has a bomb in there, and he walks out and blows.
I don't
her up
remember that. I was
'cause
either
she's
really
a
stoned.
whore.
I was either really stoned or it was
Well,
your
when we get
other
the
co-host.
when we get the monitor back, no, that's
It was
much
your other
more recent.
co-host.
No, it was much more recent.
Okay,
That-
maybe you've got a secret co-host.
It's from the 90s. This is going to age like that. The
Well, it's already really bad.
virginity is cool.
Yeah.
No,
keep
it's
going.
not.
With the Jeremy's razor.
Oh, I
won't
do
actually-
remember that now. Yes, I do remember that.
And he's
Okay.
like, blows up. But
Yeah.
murder's cool.
Right. Okay.
Also,
We
virginity
make
and
you look
murder.
more like me.
Yes, you're giving me fierce. You're giving me power.
Okay.
Couldn't
Now
make you look
there's
more
a
like this.
totally jacked guy being photographed here, and it looks like the intro to a
He looks
gay
like
porn
an
scene.
he looks like an Abercrombie and Fitch model.
It looks like they're about to have sex, and it's
Yeah.
porn.
And then he does
God,
this. He reaches out to and like
Yeah, he's like
And that's the most homoerotic moment you'll ever get from a Jeremy's razor commercial.
from the commercial, but what goes on when the cameras
Okay.
turn off? Oh man,
Mhm.
you're gonna be all over that guy,
paid him.
like the cheap suit he's not wearing.
You're the type of motherfucker that has a button that locks the door.
Yeah, Yeah.
You're that dude.
Yeah, that's like didn't
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer did that?
Man on
Yeah.
door lock.
Totally.
Well, but in his defense, they all had him
Right.
because people want to kill them. I mean,
Right.
when you have one, I wouldn't be surprised if he was fucking armed back there.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody gets past security and threatens you, for sure.
Oh, no fucking Jeremy's razors for me.
Nope.
I'm actually gonna go and get a fucking subscription. I'm gonna get a prescription. I'm gonna get a subscription for Harry's razors, and I don't fucking shave. I'll just do it. I'll just hand them to homeless people when they come.
They should have a bunch of women should film themselves shaving their pubes and then send it to him, and he'd be like, "Ew, vagina." Oh!
My beard is the envy of men.
It's a nice beard.
It is a pretty good one. Thank God for me, and I'm proud to be.
Thank God
American.
for you, Jay.
I'm proud to be an American. Oh, okay. So are we gonna like?
Okay, so we're on to our next. Did you have a G unit?
Well, I mean, they're gathering. It's the gathering of the fucking juggalos, man. Yeah, Gates and Green and
Gosar and
Gosar.
Gomer.
they are on fire. Fucking going anti-Semitic, full nationalist, national pride type. They're really going after those people.
Well, the commander in chief,
It's a tough
the
job.
only one that I'll acknowledge,
It's a tough job.
is still waiting in the wings to take his presidential crown
Shove it up your ass.
and shove it up your ass.
Oh, I almost did this.
Yeah, we went over that yesterday.
Yeah.
That's
No,
I can't
I'm
sit through it
changing.
again.
No, I
I
know.
can't.
I can't watch him. I mean, I have to. Ugh. But hey,
To take a shower.
let's talk about sex, baby.
Okay, do we want to talk about Ben Shapiro?
That's
and
where we're at.
All right. So Ben Shapiro
Yeah.
has also been on our radar lately. The storm is gathering.
Talking about sex ed, son. And no one is more qualified to talk about sex ed
Then
than
Ben
Shapiro. Oh my God.
Oh, that's
What
right.
are the
Ben
odds?
Shapiro is still claiming to be straight, right?
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to hear him talk about sex?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. That's
Obviously
hilarious.
is an ongoing campaign by some radicals to basically
Radicals.
indoctrinate your kids in their version of sexual values. The
Once he gets older and slower, he's totally like,
Yeah.
just gonna turn more into Mitch McConnell.
He's like, oh, I'm waiting for Mitch McConnell to die so I can take his
Once I
place.
get a pouch. Ben Shapiro needs
Five
a,
of them.
he needs a,
biggest problem is that this sort of radical position is becoming quite mainstream across the land.
he says
There's some
radical
public
a
school
lot.
educators who have decided that if you teach your kids traditional biblical values with regard to sexuality, for example, that
This man writes fiction.
I know, and it's bad.
It's like the Turner Diaries.
I don't know
he
about
just
the Turner
re- Turner
Diaries, but
Diaries
his
is-
writing is terrible.
Watch what the fucking AI does just by mentioning that name. The
Okay.
Turner Diaries. It's about it's sort of a helter skelter. It's the end of the world, and these people are fighting for the white race and shit. That's what it's
Ooh.
about. yeah.
Well, his book, I don't
very
even know what
famous
his
book.
book's about, but he's a
No,
terrible
he writes these
writer.
terrible fiction books.
Yeah, he's a terrible writer.
Yeah, and they're like action adventure. It's like who he wants to be. He writes like a Jack Reacher's characters. Every character is like, he describes every character. It's like 6'2" is muscly brawn with a scratchy beard. Shit, dude, that's his fucking descriptor.
And he ripped my bodice off.
this is a form of
I
indoctrination.
mean, her
and that
bodice.
you are a
off.
bad parent. That if you don't teach your kids about gender fluidity, that if you don't teach your kids about the exact moral equivalence between different forms of sexual activity, then this means that you are somehow depriving your children. And this has driven the radicals to new depths.
He said radicals 3 times so far, I believe. Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro, it's obvious you have a very limited vocabulary, and that kind of precludes you being a writer. Maybe you should read something.
Yeah, you came from a Nubs. Stop yelling at the interns. Hey. The interns. Are
Interns.
gophers and cats. Because that's all we can
We
afford.
fired the last one.
That's all we can afford.
today's story, courtesy of Daily Wire. Parents at New York City's elite private Dalton School have come out in force against videos dealing with the topic of masturbation that were shown to their first grade children.
Gotta
Parents
have
who
time
sent their
for
kids
it.
to the $55,000 a
Whole
year school
class.
bombarded the school with complaints about Dalton Director of Health and Wellness, Justine Eng-Fonte's curriculum, the New York Post reported.
She gets
Fonte
fired.
showed 6-year-olds
Yeah.
a cartoon during her sex ed class that featured small children discussing touching
No,
themselves
this is
because,
the
quote, it
fucking-
feels good. Here's what that cartoon sounded like.
This is gonna be the coolest thing you've seen all day.
All right. I am.
Keeping my bench beer still watches cartoons.
I
Apparently,
await with bated breath. That's one of the first things you ever said to me.
he,
I await your voice with bated breath.
he is gonna watch cartoons about sex ed and be like,
How come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
Look at her little
That's called
duck.
an erection. Sometimes I touch my penis because it feels good.
"This is all going in an airdrops." These
Yeah.
are going into drops.
Yeah.
Now this is like a sort of. It looks almost like a Dora Explorer
Yeah.
type cartoon. Got a little frog
I thought it was a turtle.
or something. I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
maybe it's turtle.
It's probably a if you said
It showed up. He lent his likeness too.
no, I think it might be. I don't know.
I just imagine Ben Shapiro like this.
That's called. How come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
He's like, my penis doesn't get big.
Yeah. My penis is always
That's called an
hard to
erection.
find.
Sometimes
What's
I
an
touch my
erection?
penis because it feels good.
Sometimes when I'm in my bath or when mom puts me to bed, I like to touch my vulva too.
You have a clitoris there, Kayla, that probably feels good to touch the same way Keith's penis feels good when he touches it. But have you ever noticed that older kids and grown-ups don't touch their private parts in public?
Well, unless you're Republican, then it's cool.
Or Florida man.
Yeah. Or a noted media personality.
Or a comedian.
yeah. If you're anybody, you might touch your penis in public.
Louis C.K. Yeah.
Florida men.
Yeah. Florida men
Mm.
on bath salts.
We got some Florida men too for you guys.
Oh yeah, birthday edition coming up.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. This is insane. I am.
San Juan Slingshots, dailyapparelstore.com. Dailyapparelstore.com. Grace and Babcock makes our swag and our gear. If you want some stickers, hit us up at nothingyetgroup@gmail.com and we'll send you some of our stuff. If you want to get some of your own and you want him to design you something, he's very good at it. I like it. Grace and Babcock.
I think you covered all that. I don't even need to add anything.
Nope.
Thank you.
But have you ever noticed that older kids and grown-ups don't touch their private parts in public?
Oh,
They don't?
That's right, Keith. It's okay to touch yourself and see how different body parts feel, but it's best to only do it in private.
But what if I like anal? Like Ben Shapiro.
I mean, first of all, I just have a question. Since and that seems kind of judgmental to me.
I'm gonna clip this.
that seems kind of What's judgmental?
I'm gonna clip this in a way that he is now in the fucking
Oh,
he's gonna be in the video. I'm gonna take your
But but it's going to be an airdrop. How are you going to be able to?
no, it'll
You're
be a
going to
whole
insert
intro
him
or
into the
something.
dialogue.
I'm gonna yep, you're in a cartoon, Ben Shapiro.
I mean, first of all, I just have a question. Since and that seems kind of judgmental to me. I mean, so long as they're teaching kids about masturbation in first grade, I don't see why it should only be in private. I mean, shouldn't we learn from the innocence of the children? And
Oh,
truly, if you're
so
on the radical left and you believe that this sort of stuff should be taught to the children, why?
I wish I could get a boner.
Really, isn't that why are you teaching them shame? Are you kink shaming these children?
no, you are applying kink to children. You said kink and children in the same sentence.
Second day in a row, I'm
Yeah.
fucking throwing up in my
yeah,
mouth.
Andrew Giuliani.
What is it with you guys and fucking kids, man?
Kids and their private parts.
Why are you talking about
What is that?
parents? It's their job. That's what they do. Fuck off. And and it's like if these guys are trying, if there is a sex ed class, it's like whatever. Tell the kids, like, makes them less scared. You know.
Right. But now he's advocating for people touching themselves in public, saying, well, I think they're being judgmental, keeping it private.
If
I
we
mean,
tell
that's what
these-
he focuses
If we
on.
tell these kids that they get boners and like to touch themselves, you're a fucking pariah.
Right.
There's a problem with you. You know.
Right. And his problem with it is, well, it's judgmental
already-
to have them do it in public. But that's because your Republican colleagues.
They love doing shit in public.
Oh, yeah.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap. Next thing you know, you're flat on your face with handcuffs on. Be careful with that.
Yeah, and you're a senator. All right, as we said, this is a two-parter. We'll be back in a moment. I am the J Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
This
Is Nothing Yet Live.
dick.
Dick. Dick magnet.